All right. Let's plug some numbers in. Let's see if these are some good deals or not. Let's jump right into this. I've got a few examples set out here, and what I want to do on this first one is just show you what a standard pocket deal for us would be. Again, you figure out your approach, your investment objectives, and you develop that pocket for you. This is a pocket for us. I know it performs well for a lot of our investors. So let's take a look at it. This is 12. We're going to be targeting this 12% ROI. So I've got some information laid out here. I've got a blank Mayo calculator here, deal analyzer Mayo calculator. So let's get into this. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got those laid out. I've got them over here so you can see them on the screen now too. And let's type them right in there. The rental income of $1,500. The after repair value of $150. Remember the 1% rule, that hits our 1% rule. Purchase price of $95,000. And number 4 is construction and repairs. So if I go down here and click on the repair tab down here, boom. Now, if I'm just estimating stuff, what I do is I go ahead and I throw this in here. I know that I need to be around the 36,000, so 3,000 for construction management, 3 and contingency. That's probably right around 30,000, and miscellaneous. There's my 36,000. If I'm actually estimating a project, I'm going to go through and say, okay, I've got a kitchen, I've got paint. It's a big house, so I'm going to do 2 on the paint. So I'm going to go through and actually do that. Oh, I got to do my furnace. I got to do my roof. I'm going to actually put these numbers in here. It's going to calculate for me. For this, I'm just adding into my miscellaneous line, so I know that I've got that amount in there. That's the 4th input. Back to the 5th input is our loan to value, and it's at 75. Like I said before, I've got a lot of this stuff set where it's already close to what we're accustomed to seeing. So that 75% typically puts us right in there. Now I'll start adjusting that if I have to bump this stuff around. Everything is green already, so we're looking good already. The 6th and final thing is the mortgage interest rate. We've got it at 6.5%. So all of our inputs are in there. This is a super simple standard deal, and it is all green. I would do this deal all day long. Let's take a look at it. So we've got all of our inputs in there, and we've got a 12.31% return on investment, and this is the financed purchase. And we've got a monthly adjusted net of 238. So if I'm looking at my Physician Wealth Systems investment criteria, I'm above my 200, I'm above my 12. Great. I'm below my 130 on my loan amount, and I'm below my 25,000 actual cash invested. The last numbers here we look at are the DSCR. If you remember, that's the debt service coverage ratio. We need to be at least 1.2 or greater. Boom, got that. Percentage of the ARV, we're looking at 92.5% or less, meaning that I could, if I have 30, let's see, if I'm all in it for like 131 plus some closing costs, I can sell this thing and not lose money. Okay, that's what that number means. It's great. My total stacked return is at 26.36%. We target typically around that 30 and above, so still not bad. I mean, this investment is performing. I would buy this all day long just because, remember, we're conservative on all of this stuff. We're conservative on our rent range, and we're conservative on our ARV. I know this is going to be a great deal. All right, so the jumping into this though too, on the deal analysis tab, I can break this down a little further. That's the biggest piece. That's the piece to understand first. Getting into this a little deeper, we can see, remember, there's 2 types of purchases. There's the cash purchase, and then we have the finance purchase or the refinance. So on the left side, you'll see this cash purchase. That's where our cap rate is at. So if we're targeting 7% cap cash on cash return on the cash purchase, this hits that. This beats that. So still at 8.61, it's a really good return, because then I know I have depreciation, I have appreciation, I have all of that stuff still. All the benefits, not stuff, sorry. That's the biggest takeaway from there. And the other thing I would look at on the cash purchase side is the adjusted net income of $950 a month. So if I had you can see my total cash outlay right here, $132,500 into this deal, I know every single month I would get back $950 every month. And then that's the holdbacks are set aside. If I'm not accounting for the holdbacks, the 5% vacancy, the 5% maintenance, I'm actually bringing in $1,100 a month on this deal. The other side, the refinance, the stuff that we focus on, the financed purchase, the adjusted net income is $238 right there. If I'm not taking the holdbacks into account, that's what I'm actually bringing in. That's what's going into the bank account every month. And there's the loan amount, debt service coverage ratio. You can see on the right side here, this is fully stacked. The principal pay down, the depreciation at that 0.37, you can see that right there. And the total stacked at 2636. And this also figures equity in there as well too. So in that first year, I mean, I see this a lot of different ways with turnkey opportunity providers. The way that they'll run this, they'll run a 10-year. Most of them are going to show you this return. Look at the difference on that return versus this one. We hold those back because you're going to spend them, right? So why don't you figure it? So you have to watch out when people are showing you deals what they're actually showing you. Because I can make this look really pretty, but what I want to do is I want to show you guys how to make it look good and be conservative at the same time. That's really important. The only thing that you would ever change on this second tab is this refi closing costs. If you have additional closing costs, if you get a reduction in the fee, you want to adjust that there, and that'll adjust the costs automatically. Everything else stays the same over here on this side. So nothing on this sheet. That's the only thing that you would change. You can see your total stacked returns over here. Deal inputs, simple. 1, 2, 3, 4 is on the repair side. 5 is back to deal inputs here, and 6 is here as well too. And the other thing that's on this sheet is property questions. When you're going through your repairs, we have that module showing you how we looked at repairs. But you can ask these simple questions and really get you right into the pocket what repairs need to be made. Wow, just for fun, watch this. Say it's at 6.5. Say it came down to 5.5. Watch what happens. Look at that. Got up to 16% ROI. That's the net adjusted. And $311 a month. That's awesome. And now our total stacked is over that 30%. So it's amazing what that little number right there will do. All right, let's take a look at the next one. The next one we're calling Memphis 1. And this is the information that I would say we would got out front on our research. We got these numbers from our real estate agent. Can you guys see that? Yeah. We got this rent from our property manager, and we got these repairs off estimating looking at the pictures. And here's the asking price. Great, let's jump into this then. I used the wrong one there for that one though. So we'll use this one. All right, perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got our rent. We're going to take the bottom side of that at $1,250. We've got the after repair value. Take the bottom side at $165. And our repairs, same way with the repair. We have contractors that will give us a range sometimes. I want to take the top side of the range. Remember, keep the expenses up and income down on the offer side. Purchase price asking is $115. And our repairs, we have at 22. So remember, step 4, I click this tab down here. And I'm not going through and figuring all of this stuff. I'm just going off my rough estimated number here. 20, so probably 19,000 gets us 23. We're at 22. I don't figure the contingency in when we roll, but I can make it work with this. It's right around, that's close. 17 gets us really close. 22, I leave it at 18. Always better to go higher. So we've got that in 22 in repairs, asking the 115. So what does this deal look like? We've got something wrong here. All right. So this, our percentage. When we ran this deal, we were running 4.49. Okay. So deal doesn't work, right? I am at 7.62. It doesn't work for us. So on the finance side, I'm at 7.62. You can see it on the cash side. We're at 6.45. So these numbers are fine. That one doesn't work. We're on the bottom side of that. So 115 really wouldn't work for us in this scenario. So what I can do is I can come down to 110. 100 absolutely works. Let's call it 110. Yep. So we're still under on both of these. Nothing we can do about that. And we would have to keep coming down. There it is. So I've got my mark there. Now that I've got green here, all I have to do now is adjust my interest rate here. So I'm not my interest rate, my loan to value. So on this one, I'm at 75%. I'm getting a big return, but I need to leave more money in the deal to get more money per month. So that means I have to have a lower number here. See, that drop down and that come up. We're still not going to get to there with here. So we'll drop down, and we fell below that 2%. So this is not looking good. Go into 100, and I'm good here. I'm not good here. So I need to leave more money in here. Not that much money. Boom, there it is. So we need to be at 100,000 purchase price in order to have a $1,250 monthly income and an ARV of 165. So with that being said, if we looked back further at this deal, we knew that when we ran our rental income scenario, we knew that we were going to be able to get the top side of that rent. So if we were to come to that top side of the rent, we can see where we're at. Now, in reality, because this was the one, I believe, with the 4th bedroom, that we had an extra $100 in rent, we can see where we're at. So this one probably, you notice I'll jump on this loan value 5% to take bigger moves. So now I'm above there and I'm low there. So now I can come back down to 68. Actual cash doesn't work. That's still going to be a little hot there. That's going down. That's below. There it is. All right, so 75 is that pocket again that works. So there's some give and take back and forth and understanding where these numbers are. We have the new calculator that does all of this, and you don't have to go back and forth figuring out. I just want to set this, and I want my Mayo to calculate for that. That's the new calculator. Here is understanding the process of if I have to borrow, if I have to leave more money in the deal, I'm going to get more money back per month, but my ROI is going to be lower. So I know I can jump 5% bumps to get that. So I know I can make this deal work at 115 at the offer price. But what I want to do now is actually put in here what we know happened on this deal. So this turned out at $14.95. We were at 167. 67. I think this is the one that we did the ARV on too, and I think the 150 was the safe. It appraised at 167. 115, boom, boom. And then construction was up at 31,750. And on this one, actually going for more repairs, because we had a larger ARV. So we could get nicer finishes in there. So we could put a little more in the budget. 32. If I wanted to, I could just type the number in here, but that ruins my spreadsheet. So you got to watch out for that. All right. This is at 32.7, and we actually finished at 31.7. 31.6, that gets us close. So where do we end up? 75 and 449. 75 and 449, boom. So this is where we ended up on this deal, which is really nice because you can see the actual purchase price at 115 and at a 14% ROI. Our stacked on this one, right at that 30%, so 29.88, really nice. Turned out to be a really nice deal. I got some equity in that dude, and it's leased up, ready to go. So that's that deal. Let's take a look at another one. This one, okay, blank, got my blank again. And what my team will do is have a template inside of Google Sheets, and we'll just copy down, put the address as the file name so you can always refer to it. We also keep a spreadsheet where we type the address in there and then link that the mail calculator to a line in the spreadsheet. And then that's how we keep track of everything too, of the offers we're making, what status of that offer. Very simple. You can do everything in Google Sheets. I want to show you the way of doing this stuff without having different CRMs and different platforms and stuff. All right. Deal example number 2, we call this Memphis number 2. Here is the information we got during our review process, right? During our research. So we've got an ARV of 144 to 151. So I'm going to take rental income of 1195 to 1295, repairs of 38, asking 90K. So number 1 input is rental income, and I'm gonna take the bottom side at 1195, 1195. My after repair value, I'm gonna take the bottom side at 144. My purchase price, the asking is 90, so we'll start there. And purchase price, construction and repairs, we're at 38. So I go to my repair tab, and if I put in my miscellaneous, again, if I'm analyzing the pictures, I'm going through and I'm adding it all in here. Right now, I'm using this as a quick example, and I know that I had 38 in there for repairs, so 35 would probably get me too much. 34, 40, still good. 33, oh, 33, 39. Kind of tedious to guess like this. I'm doing this because this is the way I want you to learn how to do it. 32. Okay, 38.2 gets me close. Like I said before, if I'm analyzing pictures, I'm going through here. If not, I can throw something in miscellaneous. If I'm using just a miscellaneous estimate, I'm probably not going to be using the contingency. That's what's making it difficult with the guess. But I want that contingency in there for you as you're building experience estimating. If you already have, you may already have estimating experience. You can take that contingency right out. Just hit delete. You got it. All right, we're at 38. Back to number 5. The interest rate we have here is a 449, and we're starting out at 7.5. Cool. So as we run our numbers here, we're looking at this and we're not seeing a good deal. And I'm not going to get close to this, so I know I have to reduce my offer price here. So how did we, oh wow, look at, that's a huge jump. $14.95 in rent. That's not correct. Let me fix that right quick. All right, so we got that fixed back at $12.95. But I'm looking back at this deal. These were the numbers that we were looking at here. So in order for make this work, I know that that's not going to reach my investment criteria. So I have to reduce my purchase price. And if I just jump by $5,000, we're still off here and here. And on this particular one, Where do we have to be here? So we've got to keep going down. 80. All right, so now you can see I hit on one and I can adjust this. I got to leave more in the deal, so I got to bring this down to bring this up. So if I'm at 70, not close yet, I'm still too hot. So I go down to 75. Boom, that's good. I know I'm going to hit it here. So I got to bring this down. I got to leave more in the deal to be more here. I probably get there at 68. So on this particular scenario, when I'm running this, I know that I can make a $75,000 offer and meet my criteria. The way that this deal actually turned out is we have the 1295. We actually turned out here, which allowed us to pay 85 on this. Boom, that's too high, so I got to bring this up. And 70, nope. So what does that look like? I've got 108 in this deal, 19,715 actual cash invested. That's where this deal sits at. And the appraised value, let me check that one again. I think I just got a copy and paste out of it here. So I have the range in here. Is actually the range was 137 to 151. We did appraise out at 142. So this is 142. And rent at 1295. Purchase price at 85. 75 with a 449, and the repairs are 39,750. Our repairs 39,750. Number 4, we click this tab. 39,750. Okay. Boom, deal inputs. Beautiful. So this one finished out right around 13 with a 250 a month. Net adjusted, adjusted net income. And if we look at our stack on this one, we're right around the 29 mark. So good deal. And on the cap rate, it was 7.5 on the cash purchase. So good deal overall. All right, we've looked at 3 different deals here, and you can see there's some adjustment that goes on when and if. To meet your scenarios. So go ahead and run some scenarios out, pick some random ones, make sure you jump onto the live deal analysis so you can see how these adjustments are made to make sure our investment criteria is matched. We can analyze these deals quickly, and then we can get more offers out that way and build our portfolio together. We'll see you soon.